Good afternoon, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about a privilege that we have in the United States. Though it's often mistaken as a right, it isn't actually written into the Constitution. I'm talking about your driver's license. That little piece of plastic that you've waited 16 years to get. One of the first big milestones in our lives. It's our ticket to freedom. It's the key to getting out on the open road, rolling the windows down, getting some wind therapy after a long day. Getting a driver's license shows everyone that you have a level of maturity, you're trustworthy, capable of making good decisions. Now, as I stated earlier, driving is a privilege, and it's a well-regulated privilege. It's regulated by the federal and state laws. How many people wore a seatbelt on their way in today? Well, that's a good thing, because in the state of Ohio, you're required to wear a seatbelt. So let me ask you another question. Of the people who wore seatbelts today, how many of you would have opted to not wear your seatbelt if you had the choice? If you were not being mandated by law to wear that seatbelt, would you? And I'm sure some of you are saying yes, and it's a good decision. However, if you shook your head no, or if you silently said no, then you're the folks that I'm talking to. Your rights are being infringed upon. Now, you've earned this driver's license. You've taken the tests. You've demonstrated capability and a level of maturity. So why shouldn't the decision to wear a seatbelt be left up to you? You don't need a law to tell you to do the right thing. There are a few reasons why I bring this up. And I feel like that, in my opinion, it's sort of unfair for people in passenger vehicles to have to wear a seatbelt. And here's why. In the state of Ohio, when you're riding in a pickup truck, in the back of a pickup truck, you're not wearing a seatbelt. You do have to be 16 years of age or older, however, you're not required to wear a seatbelt. When you're riding a bus or other public transportation, seatbelts are provided. However, they're not mandatory in order for that vehicle, that public transit vehicle, to start moving. Farm equipment, you're not required to wear a seatbelt when you're driving farm equipment. Even though you're driving much slower than the rest of the folks around you on the main highways, holding up traffic, you don't have to wear a seatbelt. And in the state of Ohio, a helmet is optional on a motorcycle. You're not required by law to wear a helmet, let alone a seatbelt. Of course, I don't think anybody has to wear a seatbelt on a motorcycle in any of the 50 states. So with that being said, I'm not disputing the facts that seatbelts save lives. And seatbelts help prevent injuries. They don't prevent accidents. The only thing that can prevent an accident is a vigilant driver. Now, statistically speaking, according to the National Highway Transportation and Safety Administration, approximately 33,000 people a year are killed in vehicle accidents. Now, in 2014, the statistics said that while people were wearing their seatbelt in passenger cars, that it reduced fatalities by 45%. That's great. However, it didn't state the specific type of injury. It didn't state the specific type of accident. I mean, they could have been in a fender bender. Now, the leading cause of accidents is alcohol and speeding. And a seatbelt isn't going to prevent you from getting hit by one of those folks. So in conclusion, I think that being an adult makes you capable of making good decisions. And you might not need a seatbelt every time you hit the open road, but the decision should be yours. If you feel that it's necessary, then by all means wear it. However, if you're commuting to the gas station or to the grocery store, and the speed limit's 25 miles an hour, you may not opt to put on a seatbelt. However, due to current regulations, you are required. Hopefully during the next voting season, you all will have a voice and be able to oppose these regulations during the next vote. Thank you.